Guys, welcome back to the channel. I just got back from my walk and I just had to come on here, hot mess and all, I just had like the biggest aha moment. And I could feel it building for the longest time. But every morning I do a meditation and then I go for a walk, and even if I don't want to, I push myself to do it anyway. And I'm so glad when I do. And I listen to a lot of Mel Robbins. And if you've never listened to, or heard of Mel Robbins, I would go on, maybe just do a search for her on YouTube, and just let yourself be led to something that might help. I listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks too, and it feels like the combination of Abraham is a very kind of, or Esther is a very kind of masculine energy, but she's presenting the feminine aspect, the intuition, the channeling, the connection to spirit in that way. But Mel Robbins kind of presents the human aspect of it. She comes from a scientific perspective, and it's almost like the practical application of, okay, how do I lean into the action part of law of attraction. Anyway, so one of the things that she says too is pushing yourself just a little bit, radical responsibility, keeping yourself accountable, and like I was saying, even if I don't feel like going for a walk, I just do it anyway. That's one of the things that she says, is just do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Count backwards from 5 to 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and remove whatever belief has stepped in or has stopped, is wanting to get in the way. Whatever energy, whatever lower vibration is wanting to get in the way of a goal that you set for yourself, or a desire that you have. I have this desire. I set an intention for myself every single day to go for a walk because I need to move my energy. I feel so much better after I do for the whole day. But when you wake up in the morning, there is this lower vibration. My body is in a denser vibration, and it's speaking very loudly to me, and my brain kicks in and feels the denser vibration and applies this whatever kind of excuse that it needs to try to stop me. And before that can even kick in, just I feel it coming on. I got to hit the snooze button again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get up and do it anyway. And for my ADD brain, that's been a really great tool to start using. So anyway, I was listening to her on my walk this morning, and I ended up clicking on a video that I've seen before, and I almost switched it to something else. But there was something in the vibration of it. Like, I just could not change it, and I just could tell, I could feel that it was leading to something else, or some of the things that she was saying. It's like, I know I've watched this video before, but I don't remember her saying that before. So, and it was kind of, there were a couple of synchronicities that were in there too from the last couple of days. And so I kept listening, and this was one where her husband had gotten on there too. And I'll actually link the video down in the box below if you guys are interested. It may be that this is the video that you need to watch too. But she was talking about limiting beliefs. And we explore these, we call them subconscious programs. Sometimes they're conscious programs and we have a hard time reprogramming them. But a lot of times they are subconscious, unconscious thought processes and beliefs that we have about ourselves, sometimes without even realizing that we do, that manifest in our lives in a way that we can see right now. And we're consciously trying to create change in our life, or I'm wanting to show up in a different way, or I'm wanting a relationship, or I'm wanting to find the perfect job, or I have these dreams, or I have these goals, or, I want to make more money, or whatever it is. But this keeps happening, and this keeps happening, and this keeps happening. So we're noticing these things about our lives, and is this like all self-help? We're all wanting to make those changes and heal whatever we need to heal, and we go about it, and we watch readings, and we're trying to find that clue, that missing link. What is that missing link? the missing link is these subconscious thoughts, because our thoughts create everything. What you're seeing, what you're witnessing out here is something that you've created, whether you like it or not. We're constantly manifesting. Are we doing it from a conscious place, or are we doing it from a string of negative thoughts that we've been telling ourselves, or old stories we've been telling ourselves our entire lives that, our 4-year-old decided was true about us, and it stuck. It's a habit. It becomes a habit. This thought, this belief starts attracting in all the proof that this belief is true. And so then we continue to believe it, and then we adapt habits that attract even more of that proof without even realizing that that's what we're doing. But that's what we're doing. So how do you break a negative habit when you don't know the origin of where it comes from? There's so many of us that have been doing so much work. I've done so much healing on this, and I've healed that though. Why is this circling back around? Because it's still being manifest from somewhere in our subconscious belief system. So what is the belief that's limiting you from getting the things that you want? For some of you, I'm hearing that you don't even know what you want. That you don't know what you want. That's caused by a limiting belief too. So for me, there are many of them, and I've nailed a couple of them down and have been working on those. And for a lot of people, one of the major limiting beliefs is I'm not good enough, or I'm not enough. And that manifests in your life as I see, people being cheated on, or being abandoned, being rejected, not really having a core group of people, being rejected, being fired from your job, things like that. So you see all of these things, and it's like, well, obviously there's all this proof. But all of that proof came from and manifested because of this limiting belief. And it may be that because you subconsciously believe that, or in your head you have this negative thought over and over again, being reinforced by all of these things, you stop performing the way that you're capable of at your job, or, you lash out in a way that is trying to get validation from someone else because you feel not good enough. And there's also this need to be constantly validated by other people. And it causes you to not perform. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So were you not good enough for that job? You were not the right fit for that job because it didn't fill the needs that you needed filled, but nobody can fill those needs for you. Just as an example. So all of us have these. What is your limiting belief? Mel's husband sat down with her in this video, and it wasn't, and I've seen this one before, and it kind of got me the last time too. His limiting belief is that he's not good enough. And she was asking him, where does that come from? Were you alone a lot when you were younger? Were you very sad when you were younger? And he said, yeah, he was alone a lot, and it just clicked in my brain. And we know that it's always the inner child. It always goes back to, these beliefs are ingrained in us and programmed in us, in our childhood. And I saw myself alone a lot when I was a child. I come from 6 kids. My parents got divorced when I was 5. My mom raised us pretty much on her own. She worked a lot. We had a lot of babysitters. Me and my siblings fought a lot. In a group of that many people with really one caretaker or one parental figure, you just didn't get enough. You didn't get enough of what you needed. You didn't get noticed enough. You didn't get seen. You weren't heard. There wasn't much time for you. And maybe I'm not good enough comes from that too. But what really stood out to me is, and what my inner child told me immediately was, I don't matter. The difference between I'm not good enough and I don't matter feels very significant. I'm not good enough is like proving yourself. It manifests as needing to prove yourself more and more and more. But one of my problems and my issues is that I kind of want to shrink down into the shadows and escape and disappear. And I have a hard time staying present. And it makes this limiting belief, I don't matter, makes so much sense for that mentality and how that manifests. And when it's there, when it's saying that to me, when it's repeating this to me, that I behave in that way or I shrink down. So it was like 8:08 on my clock. Which is interesting because that is the number for the Lionsgate August 8th. I have a video from yesterday that I recorded also. So that's also how it manifests for me on this channel is I'll record a video and I trust it. I trust myself. I'm in the flow of it. It feels really good. 11:11 on my recording. My ear's ringing right now. And then afterwards, once I'm out of it, once I'm looking at it or editing it or whatever, getting ready to post it, I'm just like, I'm replaying all of those things that I said in the video. But now I'm in a different mind frame. I mean, I'm not in the channel of that information anymore. I'm outside of it, witnessing it. And so I'm now witnessing it as if anticipating judgment from this person or how it's going to affect this person or nobody's going to watch it or nobody's going to like it or all of those things. What I have to say, my voice, my presence doesn't matter. And it's just going to make me feel rejected because it's not going to get the views that I would think that it would, or it's just not, nobody's going to watch it. It's not going to matter to people. It makes so much sense, this limiting belief. Just those words make so much sense for why I go about doing the things that I do. Why do I doubt myself so much? Why do I abandon myself in that way? And so it also shows up in my life as caring what other people think more than what I think. That other people's opinions matter more than my opinion matters, or my needs, or my expression, or my message matter more than other people's or other things. So I end up abandoning myself because of that belief that I don't matter. Other people matter. See, here's the proof that this person matters. They have all of these followers, or this person matters. They get paid this amount of money at their job, or this person matters. They did this, blah, blah, blah. Putting other people's needs first. Abandoning myself. This is how it all shows up for me. And if you don't know what the limiting belief is, you can witness the behaviors and the actions and try to reel it back to and how it makes you feel and reel it back to what that limiting belief is. Sometimes it's like an over expression, or it's an over it's like being selfish. Demanding that your needs be met, or demanding that you be seen, or needing to be validated and demanding to be validated because I need to know that I matter. I need to force my opinion or something like that. Not having boundaries, not being able to enforce boundaries, escaping all the time, like into social media or technology or TV shows, readings. Constantly trying to find yourself and your place and where you fit. That's been like this quest of mine for such a long time. I mean, I'm looking back at I've been healing like my middle school inner child. And that's kind of when a lot of that stuff gets established, is like friend groups and where you fit in and where you don't fit in and all of that. So constantly trying to find myself because it's like I'm invisible to myself. This limiting belief almost every time I subconsciously think I don't matter, I disappear. My existence is just like, what's the point of my existence? That's what that limiting belief does. And so the the other part of me that wants to exist, that knows that I matter, is there's this desire to come out of that, to come out of the shadows, to come out of hiding, to keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up, to appear, to keep appearing, to keep appearing. It's like I'm trying to manifest the proof to this inner child that you do matter. You do matter. Watch. Just keep showing up. Stop hiding in the shadows. Stop being invisible. Stop doing that. And just appear. Even though you're scared, just do it anyway. Just do it anyway, like Mel Robbins said. Just do it anyway. And just have some patience and wait for that proof. Watch. You're going to manifest this. You're going to manifest the clients. Clients are going to contact you because what you said mattered to them and their growth. And they know that only you can help them with this. It manifests as abuse, the lack of boundaries, and not being believed. It manifests as not being believed. Like maybe I spoke out about my abuse and I wasn't believed because my voice doesn't matter. That's the story that my little girl told herself. It's not the truth. There's a different reason why she wasn't believed or why she isn't believed or whatever. That has nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't matter. It has to do with those other people. But she told herself this story. So there was another thing in the video, and if you watch it, you'll see she, in the beginning, was talking about, do you understand the odds of your existence? Do you have any idea what the odds are that all of these universal factors came together into this one tiny little moment, and you, Karen, or any one of you, exists as you instead of somebody else, like those millions and millions and millions of little swimmers, that one with your signature, with your DNA, interacted with that egg at just the right moment for a miracle to happen, the miracle of existence and science and life. And your consciousness came into that space. It is like 1 in 400 trillion. The odds is 1 in 400 trillion that could happen in those exact same variables. Why are you here? Why do you exist? You, of all people, your signature. There's a reason. You are a miracle. There is a reason for that. And your vibration, your thoughts, your presence. This world is not the same without it. It's just not. You remove that spark of life, and everything around it has to shift and adapt to the loss of it. You are so important. And I just wanted to share that today. I just wanted to share that because it was this, I felt really, really inspired by it. And just like, oh, that's a huge key for me. I've been looking for or waiting for that moment where something clicks into place, or another puzzle piece for what is holding me back. Because I can see all of these manifestations, and it's like, why I manifested all of that? Where is this coming from? Where is this lack coming from? Money almost does not exist in my life. It's almost like it's a mirror of that belief that says, I don't matter. There's so many things that I can piece together now and realize that it comes from that belief. So now the work goes into reprogramming that. And I have already, I feel like it's been leading up to this, reprogramming that and just keep showing up, and drawing in the proof of the new belief system that I'm going to put in its place. This healing never ends. Okay? Growth never ends. It never stops happening. And on this journey, it's what we're asking for. Growth and expansion is what we've been asking for. So in order to grow, we have to shed old layers. It may seem exhausting to always have something to shed or always have something to heal, but we have to stop looking at it that way. We have to realize that our awareness is such a gift. And the more aware we are, and the more conscious we are about things that are coming up, or that everything happens for a reason. And, if these feelings are, I've been feeling a certain way for a long time and I don't like to feel this way anymore, just know that that feeling is connected to a thought. That thought is not in alignment with you. That's why it feels bad. That's why something feels bad. Sometimes we are only able to feel the feeling and we haven't nailed down the thought yet. So we just need to be aware. We just need to witness. We just need to be led. We just need to keep feeling and let ourselves be led to what we need to be led to. And for me, it was on my walk, on this video, even though I've seen it before, it's like the seed was planted a while ago when I watched it the first time. But at the time, I must not have been ready for the aha moment. All the other puzzle pieces hadn't come into alignment. And there's something in me that wasn't quite ready to get to, or my inner child wasn't ready to release this limiting belief because it made her feel safe. It made her feel protected. She could hide. So they're just showing me the vacation with my family where I was hiding in the closet and recorded a video. But I still showed up anyway. She was hiding, but I still showed up in a different kind of way. I didn't just hide and not do it altogether. I recorded this video even though I was hiding. It literally in the closet. So they're just showing me how baby steps have led to her being ready to speak to me and tell me what she thinks, so that we can change that. Okay, so I just challenge you to sit with that, and you have a limiting belief. I'm getting ready to post a video about the Lionsgate portal, and it is there are so many different aspects of me, so many different layers of me, and this one is very galactic, very, may seem very woo-woo to a lot of people, and but it is channeling messages from the cosmos, from the ancients that are galactic guides and things like that. Starseed information, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to post that after that. And whether you know it or not, it is connected to this video here. The influx of light that's coming onto the planet right now, and the 808 that I saw was a reference to, I need to post that video because it's all about the energy that's coming in as this Lionsgate portal opens. The possibility for healing and growth within your consciousness is massive right now. There is a limiting belief that you have that is just waiting to be witnessed, to bring your awareness to, in order for you to launch. I hear to launch. And so nailing that down and letting your inner child speak to you, giving her or him a safe space to say that without judgment. I don't matter. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for letting me see you. Thank you for letting me witness you. They won't express it until they feel safe. So you have to give them the environment that makes them feel safe. Sometimes we have to push them a little bit. Sometimes we have to give them, even though they're scared, courage is doing something even though you're scared. So teaching them about courage. You represent that first. You represent that first. Me coming on here and just saying, keep showing up. Me keep showing up. Me keep showing up. Sometimes it's really hard for me to come on here and do a video, especially after I just got back from a walk, especially if I haven't taken a shower and I'm presenting myself in a certain way, whatever it is. That's always been very hard for me. So doing it anyway, just doing it anyway, has shown my inner child that it matters. I matter. No matter what, my presence matters. And the proof of that has already started to flow in. I've had clients contact me that I haven't talked to in years. And I've had people email me about certain things. I've had things come into alignment in my physical reality here that are almost instantaneous. And the other things that are making their way to me, I can feel them already. I can feel them coming. So I just have to keep showing up, keep showing up and example that to my inner child. And that's why she was ready to say, okay, this is what I've been telling you all of this time, so that we can shift it. She's ready to shift it. She's ready to matter. She's ready to be seen. And she's ready for whatever that brings her way. Because she matters to me. So what is your limiting belief? Put it in the comments below. If you're not sure, let me help you. I'm hearing the Hawk's Nest too. So, I have a Facebook group over, it's like a Lightworker support group. It's called the Hawk's Nest over on Facebook. The link for that is down in the box below. Keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. I would love to hear if you know what your limiting belief is right now. I would love to witness you. I would love to see you, and everyone else on here would too. That's another thing that I wanted to say, is that your existence, even at this very moment on this video, you watching this video matters to the collective of people who are watching this video. If you weren't here, there is a certain level of this that I wouldn't be able to present if you weren't here. Other people would not get to experience the full picture without you here. The collective needs you. It is you. And without you, it has to adapt. It has to adjust in a way that it's just not the same. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.